Jim was class. Jim had style. He's more relevant today than ever because he used to tell me, Kyle, I want to be the guy that impacts the few that impact the many. When you look at Tony Robbins and Darren Hardy and Eric Worre and Hal Elrod and this long list of people that name Jim as their greatest influence, me included.
Kyle, so why was Jim Rohn important? Maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, he was just one of the greats. People want to be Jim Rohn. People want to be Darren Hardy, and there are no Jim Rohns. There are no Darren Hardys. There are people in their own right. Tony Robbins and those, but Jim Rohn was in a class by himself. I felt Darren Hardy's in a class by himself. Jeffrey Gitomer's in a class by himself, and Jim's not going to appeal to everyone. I know that because I spoke to thousands of audiences selling tickets, and not everyone was drinking the Kool-Aid. But he probably had more impact than anyone per capita. If you took 1,000 people that heard name any other speaker and then add Jim into it, Jim's probably had the greatest impact on that group of people of penetrating all the defense systems with truth. I did a post a while back about you don't have to be abusive as a speaker. Some speakers out there, and I'm not, a lot of people think I'm talking about Tony Robbins. I'm not. Although Tony, this could apply to a little bit of Tony stuff, but I'm thinking of some other people. They have the get out of jail card, the get out of jail free card by being abusive, talking to people, being mean, putting them down, but say, oh, I'm only just trying to shake them up. I'm only just trying to wake them up, get them to care. No, you're being abusive, you're being a bully. And Jim Rohn didn't have to be a bully. He could hit you with truth and let the truth stand on its own. Denis Waitley could hit you with truth and let the truth stand on its own. Let's not compare the two. Let's not make, being able to say and anything you want be acceptable in the name of I'm trying to get your attention. Jim was class. Jim had style. He's more relevant today than ever because he used to tell me, Kyle, I want to be the guy that impacts the few that impact the many. When you look at Tony Robbins and Darren Hardy and Eric Worre and Hal Elrod and this long list of people that name Jim as their greatest influence, me included, he's impacting more people today than he ever impacted. And I think that's why people like the people that know, like Darren Hardy will say, it's a lot of these products and books and things we created that have helped that message continue on as well. Because I would say before I was around creating some of those things, Tony, people were using a lot of Jim Rohn quotes and treating them like they were their own. And then the more I got his message out, I watched some of those same people, instead of saying it like it was their quote, saying, and Jim Rohn says.